Hello, MG.
Since the beginning, we've been building a community of passionate owners, of record breakers, of enthusiasts, of innovators, and believers. We believe that diversity doesn't divide us, but binds us. Our legacy goes beyond just making cars. We humanize technology.
Welcome, Benedict.
Hello, MG.
And now, we're building for the future. Fancy coming along? Welcome to Drive.Future.
Good evening, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Freesia, and I can't tell you what an honor, what a privilege it is for me to come right over here and join each and every one of you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to extend a warm welcome and a heartful thanks to all our partners, all our family members, and of course our friends for marking your calendars, bracing that Mumbai traffic, and coming and joining us over here at this momentous occasion, or rather, should I say, a celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, as we step into a chapter of our journey, a journey that is built on a century-old legacy of automotive excellence and a vision for the future of mobility, this evening, it's an absolute honor for me to welcome onto our stage and introduce you to Mr. Rajiv Chhabra, CEO Emeritus MG Motor India.
Hi, thank you. Good evening. It's really exciting to be here today to celebrate the coming together of two corporate giants, a historic milestone in the journey of MG Motor India. The journey of MG in India started when we dreamt of bringing a global legend to India. MG brand has a legacy of 100 years, a brand of royalty, From Prince Charles driving one to setting land speed records, to being owned and cherished by Maharajas of India, MG has been a quintessential British brand, always setting trends with innovation and style. MG brand is wholly owned subsidiary of SAIC Motor, SAIC, a global Fortune 100 company with annual revenues of over $110 billion and presence in over 100 countries. SAIC Motor is involved in the R&D, production, and sale of both passenger and commercial vehicles. It is promoting commercialization of new energy vehicles, or NEVs as we call it, such as EVs, PHEVs, which is plug-in hybrid, and fuel cell vehicles. The group has been at the forefront of development of connected cars and research and industrialization of technologies such as autonomous driving. As one of the significant automakers in the world, SAIC Motor is striving to lead the country's and industry's development trends, accelerate innovation, and transform mobility services. With its strong footprint in domestic and global markets, SAIC Motors sold over 5 million cars in 2023. By the way, our Indian industry is 4 million. What's of note is that the new energy vehicles, out of this 5 million, comprised almost 25% of total vehicle sales. Not just vehicles. SAIC Motor is also engaged in research and development, production, and sales of auto parts, core components, and smart product systems of NEVs, new energy vehicles, such as batteries, electric drive units, and electronic motors. This auto parts and component business itself contributed to $20 billion last year. The group also has interest in several auto-related services, such as logistics, including breakthrough innovations like SAIC NG Phoenix, which is the world's largest LNG-powered car carrier. It can carry 7,600 cars in that ship. The other areas of interest include e-commerce, ride-hailing, energy efficiency and charging technology, auto finance, insurance and investment, overseas business and international trade, big data, and obviously artificial intelligence. SAIC has forged multiple partnerships via strategic joint ventures with leading global corporations like General Motors, Volkswagen Group, Infineon Technology, and CATL, which is the world's largest EV battery maker that specializes in the manufacturing of lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and energy storage systems, as well as battery management system. With the strong backing of SAIC Motor, we have built MG India with a philosophy of disruption and differentiation. MG brand in India offers a unique combination of a century-long heritage with the latest product portfolio and technologies available from SAIC stable. Our brand's promise at MG is enable exciting experiences every time for our customers by focusing on 4 fundamental pillars of innovation, community services, experiences, and diversity. Through the last 5 years, we have continued to offer path-breaking technologies in our products by introducing India's first internet car, MG Hector, India's first pure electric internet SUV, MG ZS EV, India's first autonomous premium SUV, MG Gloucester, AI and autonomous equipped MG Aster, and cute little car, smart urban EV, MG Comet. So each product offers industry-first technology in that segment, and we are happy that most industry players are now adopting these technologies in our country. They say imitation is the best form of flattery. We take that. Customer experience has been a core value at MG. No surprise that for the last 3 years, we have been consistently maintaining #1 ranking for sales and customer satisfaction by J.D. Power, a feat never emulated before by any automotive company in India. We are grateful and thankful to our more than 2 lakh happy customers for their trust in MG brand. But we do a lot more than making, selling, and servicing cars. As a commitment to innovation, we want to enable the youth to develop auto tech solutions in India. We have worked with over 1,500 startups under the MG Developer Program and grant called MGDP, and we are currently working with over 50 educational institutions under the MG Nurture program. With diversity as our core value, it's our mission to employ 50% women workforce. And I'm so proud to say that we are already at 37%, which is the highest in the automotive industry, probably in the world. So let's see a glimpse of diversity at MG. This is, by the way, a 2021 video when we completed 50,000 hectares, and it gives you some idea about diversity and gender diversity in our workforce. So have a video, please. So women at MG are breaking the stereotypes, as you can see, by working in areas like paint shop, assembly line, weld shop, service centers, and even test tracks, as you saw. We remain committed to community service by supporting causes like girl-child education and women empowerment under MG Seva. We believe with the shared values of JSW Foundation and MG Motor India, MG Seva initiatives will strengthen even further. All this could not have been possible without believers of the MG story. Our 600 employees and 500 plus business partners, and today, I'll come to that in a bit, Team MG Motor India has established a rock-solid foundation. A foundation built on customers, network, experiences, and employee satisfaction. Today, we are among the fastest growing OEMs in the country. I would like to take a moment to applaud the contribution of each and every member of this great team. So thank you very much, especially our dealer partners who are sitting here. The foundation built by our team empowers us to embark on the next phase of our journey, and we call it MG 2.0. To tell us more about MG 2.0, please join me in welcoming another believer in MG India's growth story, a dynamic leader with a passion for innovation and commitment to excellence, Parth Jindal. So, but before we welcome Parth, here's a quick glimpse. Here's a quick glimpse of MG 2.0 under our joint venture. And then Parth comes.
A big dream takes more than one hand. It takes two to imagine, to innovate, to create, to excel, to make the best, even better, and to transform the future of mobility. Introducing the Future Forward Collaboration. Between JSW Group India and MG Motor India. JSW MG Motor India Private Limited, a joint venture to redefine the future of mobility.
Good evening everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very historic day for both the JSW Group and for MG Motor Corp India. Friends, as you all know, JSW is primarily a steel group. We are today India's largest steel company with a market capitalization of over 24 billion US dollars. JSW Energy, our second listed entity, is India's third largest power producer in the private sector with a market capitalization of over $10 billion. And we have very big ambitions in the renewable energy space to cross 20 gigawatts of power production by the year 2030. Our third most recently listed firm, JSW Infrastructure, owns and operates maritime ports in and around India and the Middle East and has a market capitalization of over $6 billion. Apart from steel, energy, and infrastructure, the JSW Group has diversified into cement making, into paint making, into real estate, into sports with our ownership in Delhi Capitals, Bengaluru FC, Haryana Steelers, and the Inspire Institute of Sport. Neeraj Chopra, our gold medalist from Tokyo Olympics, is part of the JSW Sports Excellence Program and is someone who we are very proud about. We also have interests in e-commerce through JSW One, through financial services, through Swaman Financial Services, and through multitude of areas. All that is fine, but today is a very historic day for the group. It marks our entry into the auto sector. Getting into the auto sector has been a lifelong dream of my father, and we are thrilled and honored that SAIC, a global behemoth, has chosen the JSW Group as their local partners in India. When we found out through some common friends that MG India was looking for a partner in India, we were very excited. As Rajiv has explained, since MG entered the country in 2019, it has made waves by introducing a slew of path-breaking products like the Hector, like the Aster, like the Gloucester, and more recently, the Comet. MG has made a real mark in the minds of all of us. The history of MG is known to all. Rajiv explained. It has a very storied British history, from being the car of choice of the royal family to the Maharajas of India, to being present and breaking land speed records. MG has done a lot in its 100 years of history. Today, through SAIC and through MG Motors, MG has truly become a global brand. The MG4, which you're seeing on my right-hand side, was the UK Car of the Year in 2022. And today, MGs are available across Europe, Middle East, Asia, Australia, and of course, India. For all the football fans here, MG is also the official car of Arsenal Football Club, which is something that it means a lot to me personally. So when we got this opportunity, we took it with both hands because this is a combination of British heritage, MG technology, and JSW's prowess of manufacturing at scale in India. I would like to talk to all of you about why we believe in the auto sector and why we believe this is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity for JSW and MG India. If we look at India's economy today, India is a $4 trillion economy. China was a $4 trillion economy in the year 2005, and the USA was a $4 trillion economy in the year 1985. In 2023 in India, 4 million passenger vehicles were sold. The same number of 4 million passenger vehicles were sold in China in the year 2005. So when the economy was $4 trillion in China, 4 million passenger vehicles were sold. When the economy is $4 trillion in India, 4 million passenger vehicles have been sold. Over the last 20 years in China, the auto market has grown from a 4 million market to a 25 million vehicle market. Last year, 25 million passenger vehicles were sold in China. And out of those 25 million passenger vehicles, 32% or 8 million passenger vehicles were sold as NEVs or new energy vehicles, which is electric and plug-in hybrid. This same number was less than 2% in our country last year. Last year, only 80,000 EVs were sold in India, and we see this as the big opportunity. Over the next 10 years, we are very confident that the Indian market will grow from a 4 million passenger vehicle market to a 10 million passenger vehicle market. And we are very confident, and it is our thesis at MG India, that India will follow the same adoption curve as China. You may ask why. And that is because both India and China are oil-dependent countries, and we import oil. With the support of the government of India, with the support of all the PLI policies and the Make in India policies, we are very confident that India will adopt the same pathway that China has done, and EV adoption will grow to 30% over the next 10 years. It is our endeavor and it is our belief that with the technology prowess of MG, with the technology prowess of SAIC, that we can be the market leader in new energy vehicles and command 33% of the market over the next 10 years. And hence, it is our aim to sell 1 million EVs in India by the year 2030. So that's all I have. We are very excited to get going. I once again would like to thank all of you for coming here. And Rajiv, let's get cracking. Thank you.
So thank you, Parth. As you said, our focus will be on new energy vehicles and innovation across our operations. We are gearing up to drive the next chapter in the automotive industry. With that, let me invite Mr. Sajjan Jindal, Chairman, JSW Group, a visionary leader and the driving force behind the groundbreaking partnership. Over to you, sir. We'll play a video first.
Born into a steel-making family, Sajjan Jindal fell in love with steel at a very early age.
Whenever I came back from my boarding school from Missouri, I will just dump my bag and run back to the factory just to see that piece of steel passing through. And that's why I chose to be in steel. My father put me on the shop floor, and then he decided that I should be given an independent charge. Then I went to my dad that, I want to build a steel plant. So he said, yeah, why not? It's very tough. And that's how this Vijayanagar project. So it was a very barren land. I was overwhelmed to see that there's nothing existing in that area. So we started at a very wrong time, and the markets were very bad. We suffered for 2 years. By the time the whole thing turned around and the plant started to do well, then I knew that there's nothing will stop me now. It started to blossom like a phenomenal plant.
Having proven himself, Sajjan Jindal worked at guiding JSW to its next level.
Then the journey was to grow the business, to make it globally competitive. So it was highly digitalized, very, very modern steel plant. And there was this big thing that special steel will come from Japan. But no, not anymore. We produce and we are exporting back to Japan. We are sending to Europe huge amount of steel. And after that, we acquire plants, consolidation in steel industry, consolidation in renewable energy industry or infrastructure, port businesses. So that gives us a lot of satisfaction that we are building the nation. Because we believe that, sitting out of India, we can be the world beater.
Today, with a capacity of 28.5 million tons per annum, JSW is India's largest and, outside of China, the world's 7th largest producer of steel. But Sajjan Jindal has a grand vision for the future.
There's nothing can stop JSW Group. I believe that we can probably become one of the leading steel producers in the world, and I'm really working towards that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sajjan Jindal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I must thank each one of you, my family who has come from Delhi and my family in Bombay who is all here. all the family of MG, the dealers who have come from all over India, and my friends who are from Bombay, the bankers, and everybody else who has come here for this event today. It's really from my heart that I telling thanks to everybody to come here to encourage us for this project. This is a very dear project to me personally because from my childhood, I was very passionate about cars. And in fact, when I was a kid, I did manufacture a small car in the workshop, in the garage of our factory. My father always used to encourage me to, do these engineering kind of activities so that, the engineer in me will get developed because he was an engineer. So that passion actually stayed with me for years, and but then I got involved with making steel and manufacturing steel, and this passion of mine probably took a back seat. Till 2015, when this new energy, the battery vehicles started to take shape in the world, and I felt that this is the moment where I could probably do something about making cars, because now the technology was changing, and there was no need for a very efficient engine or very high technology engine. That was not required because I didn't have any knowledge about the engine. And that's when, I started to dream about doing a car project and started working, built a smart team of young kids to work with me to build this project. And there is a saying in, one of the films of Shah Rukh Khan that अगर तुम अगर किसी चीज़ को शिद्दत से चाहो, अपने दिल से चाहो, तो पूरी कायनात एक साथ हो जाती है, मिल जाती है आपस में, और आपके जो ड्रीम है उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए. So exactly just like that, when you want something very desperately, you are very passionate about it, you are very keen, then even the nature comes together to help you to achieve that. And that's when this MG moment happened. MG opportunity came, as Parth mentioned, that they were looking for an Indian partner, and we were there, so we just grabbed it with both hands. And interestingly, SAIC, which is the global leader producing, as Rajiv mentioned, 5 million cars in the world. As he mentioned, India, the whole country, the whole industry produces 4 million. SAIC makes 5 million. And they are the technology leader in, especially in the new energy vehicle. So therefore, this was a godsend for us that you had a company which was already established in India, looking for a partner, had the best technology in the new energy, and we were there, and they were looking for somebody who could, shall I say, push them or put together and make it big. So this is a very, very interesting opportunity. And also the government of India's idea or concept is to push this new energy vehicles. They want, because India depends upon import of oil. We import about close to $200 billion worth of oil into India. We hardly produce 5-6% of our requirements. So this 200 billion is more or less is our current account deficit in our country. So just imagine when 4 million becomes 10 million and 15 million, then our account deficit will go on increasing because we will continue to import oil, and this will go on increasing. So therefore, Government of India has also come out with a very attractive policy to encourage to set up electric plants, electric vehicles, and more electric vehicles. So electric vehicle does two things. One is that we have our own renewable energy in the country, and that is growing very fast. Within the group, we have JSW Energy, which is expanding very rapidly into the renewable field. But otherwise also, India has God-given a lot of sunlight and a fair amount of winds on our coastal areas. So we have a big potential to build renewable energy. So therefore, the electric cars will become green energy-based electric cars, and it will be also clean. As we know that Indian cities are not the cleanest cities as far as the air quality is concerned, and car plays a very important role, or these engine cars, in creating problems. So going forward, electric cars will be a fantastic idea of making our cities clean. So, and JSW Group's entry is not only limited to the electric vehicles. We are going to make a complete ecosystem of making the electric car very competitive, because we will produce batteries, we'll produce the e-train, the motors that will run the cars. So it will be end-to-end solution. Either we will make ourselves or we will have partners who will make it for us, but it will be very competitive. So the whole idea is that we will fulfill the Atmanirbhar Bharat concept of the government, so that we will manufacture in India, we will design it in India, we will research, do all the R&D activities, so we will set up the R&D center. So this will really be a very cost economical model that we are trying to adopt. And our idea is that the cost of the car will be at parity to today's engine cars, the ICE cars. So that's our future idea, that how we can make it at the same cost or at the same parity as the engine cars, and thereby give a cleaner solution, greener solution, and at the same cost. So that's the whole idea. And with JSW's entry, what we will bring on the table to the MG brand is that we will bring the aggression. Some of you who know me personally, you know that I'm an aggressive person, and I like to think big and like to deliver a big picture to the country. And therefore, this is an opportunity where we have the brand, but we don't have the size. And that is where JSW will come and play its role. We will provide the size, and we will bring the cost. My target or my goal is that for all of you, that every 3 to 6 months, we will have a new model, state-of-the-art, new technological, new model, which will come and hit the markets in India between 3 and 6 months. There will be a lot of cars. Some of them would be the, I think Rajiv is going to talk about it. Some are going to be cars for the masses, and there will be also premium brand cars, which one of them you will see today. So that's our idea. To bring down the cost, we will do deep localization. We will, as I said, manufacture the entire car within the country, and we'll do deep localization, and that would be our focus. So, you know, in 1984, when Maruti came to India, which is what I called Maruti moment that happened. So the whole auto industry changed, and it changed. New vendors came up, and the whole industry changed. A very modern car came. Every 2-3 years, new models were coming, and very light cars, high quality technology cars Maruti brought in. So this is going to be the JSW MG is going to be a Maruti moment, and where we are going to see these new cars Maruti brought in every 2-3 years in the initial years. We hope to bring in every 3 to 6 months. So that's going to be just the change because of JSW. But otherwise, we are going to do this. And also that we, at JSW, we understand India, we understand Indian manufacturing, we understand Indian customer. So we will be able to push this, the accelerator of this car. So friends, I'm very excited about this opportunity, and I'm really looking forward for this company to grow into a large automobile company. And I'm sure once you see these new cars, you will get equally excited. So thank you once again for coming, and please enjoy your evening. Good evening.
Right, so thank you, Mr. Jindal. Thank you for sharing your vision for this future forward partnership. With this, we would also like to announce our entry into the premium segment of vehicles. More details will follow, but we'd like to give a small glimpse today. So just wait.
request once again Mr. Chaba to come and join us. And also, can I please request Mr. Jindal to come and join us on the stage as we take this momentous photo op moment. Ladies and gentlemen, JSW MG Motor India. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this moment deserves a bigger round of applause as we have all of you coming together in this room. What a moment for us to come and celebrate under one roof. JSW MG Motor India. Together we've gathered over here and we definitely are making history. Well, folks, you know what they say. When there's a celebration, there also has to be a little bit of music. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, we're laying the foundation for a future. A future where legacy, world-class technology, and manufacturing excellence meet. We are propelling India into the forefront of shaping the automobile landscape. So congratulations to all of us that are present here in this room. And now I think it's time for us to take this celebration, as we say, one notch higher. We're going to raise the excitement levels right here in this room. And I promise you that we have a wonderful evening that has so specially been curated that is going to take place right here on this stage. We're going to begin with two acts that I promise you are going to blow your minds with their talent as well as their confidence. Both the acts that are going to come and join us on this stage right now, they are students that have been mentored by Swirl Music. That is India's leading music education company. Our first act for this evening is Zahan Hemrajani Collective, headed by 12-year-old Zahan, who's going to come and perform on this stage. He is going to sing the classic Imagine by John Lennon. But what he's also doing is that he's giving it a good Indian twist, as we should. Because what better way can we mark this celebration and mark today with this perfect blend of East meets West. So ladies and gentlemen, bear with us just for a few minutes because very, very soon we're going to have this young bundle of talent coming and joining us right here on this stage.